This is a 12-minute ab workout on the reformer machine designed to sculpt and strengthen your core. To set up, we're going to put on one medium spring. So on my machine, it's one green. And you're going to place your bar at 90. You're going to grab your ball. And let's get started. So we're going to place our ball behind our shoulder blades here. Start by draping your legs over the bar to get into position. And then just start with placing that ball right between the shoulder blades so that you can have your spine, your upper spine, at an angle. And then you're going to press your balls of your feet onto that bar and then just lengthen out the spine a little bit. And then scoop your abdomen in so much that your lower back is at a flat back. Your feet should be at fist distance apart. You're going to place your hands down by your sides to start. Then you're going to bend and extend your legs. So when you bend your knees, I want you to scoop the abdomens in. And then as you extend that carriage out, I want you to flatten your lower back. Okay, so bend your knees, scoop the abdomen in, and then extend that carriage out. Give me that nice flat back. If you're feeling good here, place your hands behind your head. But continue with that scooping motion as you roll that carriage in, bending your knees, not all the way, and then slowly pressing that carriage out, giving me that flat back. Gaze to the navel here. We're training our abdomens with that scooping motion. You're going to hear me say that a lot throughout this workout. So make sure when you bend those knees, you're scooping in, but you're not lifting your lower back, and then you're pressing on out. All right, we're going to change our feet positioning here. You're going to glue your heels together. Feet are at a Pilates V, so toes are pointing out and my knees are pointing out. Scoop those abdomens in once again, and then you're going to press that carriage out and then slowly bring the knees out to your sides. So scoop that abdomen in as you bend your knees, flatten your back as you extend out. All right, you're going to bend your knees, bringing that carriage in halfway, and then we're going to pulse it out. Bend your knees, carriage is halfway. Now scoop those abdomens in and just pulse. 1 inch out, 1 inch in, 1 inch out, 1 inch in. Couple more here, and then we're going to go into our single leg, bending and extending. So place your feet position back to toes pointing up towards the ceiling. They're parallel to each other, fist distance apart. I want that left foot on that bar, and your right leg is going to come out and lengthen. Toes are pointed. You're going to bend your knees on that left side and scoop, and then press that carriage out to flatten that lower back. So scoop and extend, scoop that abdomen in and extend, keeping that right leg at a steady hold. You can also bend that right knee if that feels more comfortable for you. What we're doing is we're working our left side oblique here by scooping the abdomen in, bending our knee on the left side, and then flattening our lower back as we lengthen. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more, and then you're going to meet me with your knee bent on that left side and just lower and lift on that right. Again, you're scooping with the abdomen here, working on our right oblique this time and our left by pressing on that left side of that bar, but just lower and lift on that right. Maybe even tap that bar. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more, and now you're going to extend that left leg out, and let's go over and under on that right side. Again, when you're bending your left knee in, I want you to scoop, flatten that lower back as you lengthen. If you're moving around too much, maybe even going slower. So find that balance, working on our stability and our coordination here. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more. Meet me with your leg over the bar, and then place your right foot on that bar. Okay, maybe even adjust yourself here. See if you can release a little bit pressure on the lower back. Okay, and then with that ball, you want it right underneath your shoulder blades. Okay, let's do the right side. Hands go behind the head. Lengthen that right leg out. Left leg extends, and you're just bending and scooping, lengthening and laying that lower back flat. Bend and scoop on that right side. Find that control here, find that balance. Keep that left leg straight. And then scoop that abdomen in as you bend that knee. Flatten that lower back as you lengthen out. All right, let's do 2 more here. 1 more. And you're going to meet me with that leg bent on that right side. So bend that right knee and then just lower and lift on that left side. So again, scoop as that leg comes up and lower, maybe even tap that bar. Keeping that right knee bent, keeping constant tension on the abs. Flatten that back. Let's do 2 more here. 1 more, and then we're going to go in the over and under on that left side. So find that balance in the sacrum here, pressing that sacrum down onto that carriage. You're also balancing on that ball with your upper body. A lot of coordination here. And then use the breath. Never hold your breath in when you're doing these moves. Let's do 2 more here. And then 1 more. And then place that left foot onto that bar. Bend your knees. Drape your legs against that bar. And then just move that ball off to the side. And then scoot your hips down so you can lay your head between the head blocks. Grab your short loops off the pegs. And then meet me with your legs at a tabletop form, which just means that your knees are stacked right above your hips and your legs are bent. All right, arms are straight, wrists are stacked right above the shoulders. We're going to lower our arms down, extend our legs nice and long, scooping with the abs, lifting our shoulder blades off that carriage and hold, and then slowly come right back down. Extend your legs long, arms come down, shoulder blades come off that carriage, and hold just for a second or two, and then slowly come back down. Extend your arms out, legs are nice and long, scoop that abdomen in, gaze to the navel, and then slowly come right back down. All right, we're going to bring our arms down, extend our legs out in front of us, and then we're going to lower and lift. We're just going to tap that bar. Shoulder blades come off that carriage. If you can, option to keep that neck down. Use your abdomen, scoop your abs in. Just lower and lift, lower and lift. 2 more, lower and lift. 1 more, lower and lift. Bring your legs back down to tabletop form. Arms come up and just do the arms. 2 more of these. 1 more. We're going to go back into extending our legs out. Bring your arms down. Extend our legs out. Arms come up. You're going to extend your arms out, legs out this time, and just lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, and slowly come back. Arms come down. Extend your legs nice and long. 1, 2, 3. Come back. Let's do 1 more, and then we're going to close this out with a plank. Bring your arms down to your side. 1, 2, and 3. Place your feet on that bar. Let go of those loops. Come into a sitting position and put on 1 light spring. On my machine, it's 1 yellow, so 1 light spring. You're going to bring that foot bar down to your second or even third position. And place your hands on that bar. Knees are at the edge of the carriage. Your shins are flat. Feet are also flat on that carriage. We're going to start with having our shoulders stacked right above the wrists. So make sure that your hips aren't sinking into the well. You want a nice neutral spine. So you're just going to move your shoulders away from your wrists as you roll that carriage right back out. Make sure your core is tight. Knit those ribs in, hold, and then slowly stack those shoulders right above the wrists. If you're feeling this all in the lower back, I want you to bring your navel more so back to the spine and then slowly roll that carriage right back out. Roll that carriage out and slowly stack your shoulders right above the wrist. Let's do 1 more and then we're going to hold it out. You're going to hold that carriage out. Go out as far as you can. You don't have to go that far. Let's see if you can, how far you can move your shoulders away from the wrist. You're going to feel the shakes here. Knit those ribs in. Keep those shins and those legs flat on that carriage. Gaze is down onto the springs. We're going to roll that carriage in. Close this out in 3, in 2, and 1. Nice work. Thank you so much for working out with me. That was a 12-minute ab workout on the reformer machine.